integrity.
Yeah. Because the elect will not sell out. The elect will not be persuaded to go away from the Most High. Because the energy goes directly to the Most High.
That's right.
You know? You got more?
Isaiah 26.
26?
Yeah, was that there was a little more that was
Yes,
that
no, it's actually a little bit more. I just start from the top for you. This is Isaiah 26:10. Let favor be sown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh.
And the land of uprightness is Israel, man. And look what he's doing over there, man.
Yeah, absolute wickedness, man. Tel Aviv with gay parades, man, sucking up all the oil out of the earth. All right, they just sit up on top of buildings and shoot Palestinians for like shooting hotcakes, man.
Yeah.
Then no vegetation grows because you just want to freaking pour cement on top of every goddamn thing, man. You've taken the chief of your sons, the Amalekites, and placed them in all these international institutions and corporations all across the world, and you use capitalism and false democracy to create societies that's against the Torah. The Jews are the ones that came up with these ideas about the democracy and capitalism. Yeah, it's so-called Jews, man. So the way that they're pushing this society is against Torah law. You know, they want to, it's against Torah law, man. You've turned the world upside down.
Completely.
And that's the only way you've been able to rule. Is through deception, deceit, lies, rape, robbery, and murder. And now you're being called out. You know?
I got a precept.
No, I was going to say, we got to bring it up.
No, bring it up.
Well, I was going to say, like, you see how they're trying to get into Syria? That's really them so-called Jews trying to get into Syria. The reason why is because we were promised a certain portion of land. From the river of Egypt all the way up to the river, the Euphrates River. So all that land, which the so-called scholars call the Fertile Crescent, they're trying to grab that land back because they're claiming to be the people of the Lord. Yeah. That's why they're really in those lands. Not just to take their resources, but to actually take that land because they think it's theirs.
Because they know it belongs to the...
That's right.
That's why I say a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
That's right.
Ashdod was one of the first lands when the land was being broken up into the tribes. That Ashdod went to Judah. So they're literally, in that area trying to say, look, we're the head, tribe. Basically the New World Order is Esau forging his blessing onto the earth. Yeah. He's forging it into existence. No, nigga, the Balfour Declaration. I'm the chosen people. I'm here.
Yeah. It's me, baby. The real force that's gonna put Israel back in its proper place is not gonna be a force that can be fucked with.
Right.
They over there scared. Trying to create. No, man, we ain't gonna be afraid. We ain't gonna have to worry about Syria attacking us. Right. We're gonna have
the chosen people, in their power.
I got a couple of articles that's going in on what you're saying. That's going to lead right back into the scriptures.
This is all the title of the lesson.
And then I'll bring out this precept.
Now, this is I just wanted to pull out what Apostle Ramla was speaking about. This is on globalresearch.ca. It's called Greater Israel: The Zionist Plan for the Middle East. Now, when you skip down, it says, in recent developments, President Donald Trump has confirmed his support of Israel's illegal settlements and his opposition to the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2334, which confirms the illegality of the Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank. Okay? It says, according to the founding father of Zionism, Theodor Herzl, the area of the Jewish state stretches from the Brook of Egypt to the Euphrates.
Yep.
According to Rabbi Finchman, the Promised Land extends from the river of Egypt to the Euphrates. It includes parts of Syria and Lebanon. So this is why you see relentless strikes of the Israeli state on Syria and the Palestinian state, man, over there in Lebanon, where Hamas and Hezbollah. Okay, now this just recently came out. This is in the star.com, They have this one article that was written. It said 5 days ago. It says Israeli strikes in Syria, turning war-torn country into a theater for proxy war with Iran. The increasing tempo of attacks risk inflaming a highly combustible situation, drawing in Israel, Syria, and the Iranian-backed Hezbollah, a staunch ally of President Bashar al-Assad's government.
Yep.
Okay? And just real quick, it says a huge airstrike hit an arms supply hub operated by the Lebanese group Hezbollah near Damascus airport on Thursday. This is last Thursday. And Israel has come close to admitting it was behind it. Alright? So you see them trying to go into these regions and stretch their influence by saying, okay, Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria, is taking weapons from Iran and giving it to Hezbollah.
Yep.
Also, what they're trying to insinuate too, they're not trying to insinuate, they're all out stating is that Syria is getting their chemical weapons from Iran.
Oh.
So basically we see the scripture, the true prophecies, not what these idiot pastors like Paul Begley's want to say. We're seeing the least of the flock drawing out these nations into this World War III scenario.
Yeah, because ultimately what that's going to do is that's going to get America involved.
Absolutely.
Because America is the security dogs for the land of Israel, for them gutter rats.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's why all these things are happening. They're trying to get that land back, and in doing that, they're going to draw America into this Third World War. You know, and when they draw it into this Third World War, that's what's going to bring the judgment of the Lord to set this whole land as a lake of fire when the missiles hit here and the chariots come back.
Done. We're seeing prophecy manifest itself right before our very eyes, man. And it's not going in the way of the heathens want to talk about the prophecy. And that's why it's so disrespectful to see these heathens try to take on our word that was given to us, man. You know? To try to take prophecy and blend it in with their madness is extremely disrespectful and it's angering. And the Most High is going to pay you guys back for that, man. He's going to pay you demons back for that. Okay? So, with that being said, they're pushing towards expanding their rulership in this greater Israel project, but at the same time, these other nations are fighting back. So, I wanted to read this is the last article I wanted to read. Just came out like 4 hours ago in Al Jazeera, but it's all over the news. It says, UNESCO passes Jerusalem resolution critical of Israel. UN Cultural Agency calls on occupying power to end projects aimed at altering character and status of the holy city. It says UNESCO's executive board has passed a resolution that criticizes Israel's action in occupied Jerusalem and the Gaza Strip, with Palestinian leaders hailing the move as a step forward and a victory for international law. The resolution, which describes Jerusalem as occupied and declares Israel's sovereignty over the city null and void, was backed by 22 countries, a UNESCO spokesman said Tuesday. The United States, Germany, Italy, and 7 other board members voted against it. It says Palestinian Foreign Minister Rajab Malki welcomed the result of the vote, saying that the world has chosen to stand on the side of what is right in the face of Israel's injustice, occupation, and its illegitimate policies. Now, in order for you to understand this, you can go back to the 6-Day War and the agreements that came out of this 6-Day War concerning different settlements and lands that was divided up and what was given. The state of Israel has never followed those resolutions.
It's still going on today. They're still taking over the areas of Palestine.
They're expanding more rapidly.
Yep.
They're building more and more settlements into these lands, man. You know?
And they had been doing that since the 20s.
Man.
It was before 1940. They was already sending people over there and setting up shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can actually watch videos on how much it expanded throughout the years, man. And it's still expanding to this day.
They just
They're not stopping.
Yeah. Hey, well, you know, back in the late 1800s, you had this guy, I believe his name was Edmund Rothschild, and what he was a collector of art. You know, he was a collector of art, and what happened was towards the end of the 1800s, what he did was he started buying up land in Israel because they knew that eventually they were going to make that move. You know, that's where their whole thing came from with the Balfour Declaration and everything, bringing the so-called Jews back in that land. But it was a process, you know, because he came up in there. What he do? He started buying up land. Why he start buying up land in Israel? Because they knew that they were going to bring them gutter rats in.
Right. Hey, we got the brother Gabor Howard from GMSHAWAII on, man. Lord willing, all you brothers can hear. Make sure to speak loud because we got 2 recordings going on, Ak. Okay. But you on, Ak.
Alright, God. Hey, first and foremost, all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh GMSHAWAII. Shalom, apostle. Shalom, elders, man.
Shalom,
Shalom,
hey,
brother.
man, yeah. Khan, I just wanted to say this real quick. You know, where I live near a military post, so and I'm retired from the military, so I get to go to, you know, on the military post whenever, pretty much I want to do certain little things. So this morning I was on there, and I just overheard 2 captains, a captain and I think it was like a major. They were talking all this stuff about how they doing all this extra training, how they've been ramped up on training. I'm talking about back-to-back training. Now, normally when you do training in the military, at least when I was last there, we would do like 1 or 2 trainings a year, man. But the Army got these dudes doing back-to-back training, talking about like starting from like this point all throughout the summer. They got them doing all these joint operations and everything, man. And so basically, what you see right now and what you don't see is that they're getting ready for something really big. Like these people are getting ready for war. The last time we did training like that, I always bring up my personal experience is when we went to war. When I first went to war, we were doing back-to-back training. I'm talking about they was sending you out for like at least 90 days, at least 90 days, you know what I'm saying? So from 30 to 90 days, back-to-back training, and like they know they're getting ready for something big, man. They're not telling any of y'all because most people don't get to go on military posts. Most people don't deal with people in the military, so you don't really hear it. But, you know, just the spirit had that jump on me, man. I just want to let you brothers know, the apostles or elders know that, hey, yeah, they get ready for war, bro. And they already prepared. They're prepared to go. They just waiting for that call. And something big is going to happen. And once that happens, they're going to go to war. Nobody's going to stop them. Nobody's going to be like, oh, no, don't do it. They're just going to go, man. You know, so like the scriptures say, the least of the flock shall draw them out. They're waiting on Israel, man. They're waiting on Israel to go so they can just do their thing, man. So I just wanted to show you some small proof and those scriptures. I just wanted to bring that out. Yeah. So with that, all praise to God, Yahweh Shah. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, great wills, to Shalom, elders, Shalom, apostles, Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shabbat, man.
Hey, this is it.
Hey, and you know that brother's out there in Hawaii on that. You know that's a big, you know, a naval spot. So there's a huge army base out there. You know, the brother having military experience, he gets to hear a lot of stuff firsthand. Just walking around, you'll have, you know, military men walking around. You could be sitting, eating breakfast, and have 2 guys sitting there talking, man.
Yeah.
You know, and him having the experience, there's a level of understanding that he'll get out of a conversation that regular civilians won't receive.
Right. Because it's that military.
What he's receiving, he's listening to these people talk over there in Hawaii. He's got the troops on back-to-back trainings. It's no leisure time.
Yeah.
They're getting ready for something. You're not gonna waste all that money
They've been doing that for
if
a
you
while,
ain't doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Because my father's in the army, and he still had to go to trainings and things of that nature. You know, being almost 55, you know.
Damn.
So they really are wearing these soldiers out, man.
That draft is
And that draft is mandatory. If you getting ready for World War III, you have to get more people because first off, the 2 spread out. You got people still occupying Afghanistan, Iraq, all these areas, man.
Women go be drafted.
Oh, women are already there. To be in the army more. I went to the army base and those people look like goddamn couch potatoes, man.
Yeah. Beefs and buttheads.
You know?
Big bodies.
So they just putting people in there and getting them guns to shoot, man. There's no standard anymore.
Time. You know, the whole Israel, the whole North Korea situation is heating up. Really, they're fermenting something with China. And that's why China's responding like, hold up. We said that we was going to work with you economically, America, but we didn't tell you to bring in no goddamn missile defense system, man, on our borders, man.
Yep.
So all of these things that happen in the ferment war. And you know, I know we keep mentioning it, but I want to just read the scripture real quick just for the sake, because everybody keep quoting it. Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore hear the counsel of Yahweh Shai that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. And so Esau is the one who's controlling the whole Middle Eastern region right now, man. With the state of Israel being a centralized area. And that's why you got Trump already announcing that he wants to move the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. He's prophesying to you about what they want to do. They want to expand their control over that region. Okay? And these other nations are seeing it and they're responding, man. Because those who cast, who the ones who are part of the UN Council that made the vote to say Israel can't be recognized in Jerusalem? Russia, Iran, China, South Africa, Brazil, all the BRICS nations. All those nations who have set up systems outside of the current Western hegemon economic system.
Right.
You know?
Like the prophecy said, they gave their energy to the beast for a certain amount of time, and then they're going to be used to burn them.
And then they're going to be used to burn it. So that's what you're seeing, man. You're seeing these two sides coming to a fight over how the rulership is going. They all want the rulership, but how is the rulership going to be dispensated is what they're going to kill each other over, man, because they're greedy dogs. They got control over the whole world. China is already in the back pocket of the elites. Russia is in the back pocket of the elites. They are, Russia, China, Iran, they're down with this new system that the IMF told them about. They ain't got no problem with that. But they want to have more control within that system. That's the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like two cousins or two family members going into a business together. What happens? Niggas fight over who got what. I did this. Why you gotta get all that? These elite, they gonna fight, man. They gonna kill each other in the Third World War, man. You know why? Because you heathens are fitting into the algorithm of Yahweh Shai ultimately. It's not your thoughts. The Most High put it in your mind to do all this stuff, man. That's why the least is drawing out all these nations, and we're reading and seeing it happen before our very eyes. And at the same time, we have to mention that this word going out to the true nation of Israel is hand in hand. It's hand in hand. As you see the call for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to come back into your true culture, your true doctrine, the true way of being who you really are, which is the children of the Most High. Yasha Allah. He is the prince of the power. Israel. That's who we are. As we come into that knowledge and we give the glory to the Son, we give the glory to Yahweh for being able to come back into this inheritance. The world is setting the stage for a paradigm shift. Destruction has to come in order for us to get the W. And that's what's happening, man. And it's going to be peace once we get into the land. Not like how they got into the land is immediately more war, perpetual war. Oppression. There's been nothing but war over in the land. You see Isaiah 25?
Come. Isaiah 25:7. Isaiah 25:7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
That's it.
Read one more time.
Again,
Isaiah 25:7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people.
Yeah, this mountain meaning in America. So what he's going to destroy or destructure or break apart is the covering or that veil that has been cast over all the nations. That veil of secrecy, that veil of darkness that's been put over everybody is slowly but surely being removed. And that's part of the revealing, or the lifting up of the skirt of Esau.